discuss.
So now they're saying that Burna Boy is trying to go to Burkina Faso to perform. Now they're saying Burna Boy is trying to go to Burkina Faso to go perform. Why? Why do you want to go perform now? See, that's the thing. The CIA right now is at work. They're trying to get their paid, high paid performers, aka I compensated slaves, to go out now and, distract the people.
Oh my God.
A free concert. So if you're not familiar with Burna Boy, huge Afro beats artist, I believe he's from Nigeria, and he offered to do a free show for Burkina Faso. So Burkina Faso, that's the country in Africa with Captain Ibrahim Traore. Hopefully I'm pronouncing it correctly. He's been pretty popular. He's the one that we shared a video a couple weeks ago that Putin actually sent his jet. This guy has had multiple, and Putin sent his jet to make sure that he was protected and to let the rest of the world know that, yeah, we rocking with him. And it's because he's had so many assassination attempts on his life. Like his main bodyguard spoke about how he's been offered millions of dollars to take out this captain, and the people in Africa throughout the entire continent, it seems like, are looking at this brother like, yo, he is him. All right. So Burna Boy wanted to get involved. He wanted to offer his services, and he got a surprising answer, perhaps. But let's get into the video. And I'm excited for y'all to see this because it reminds me of what a father is, what a man is, or what a father and man should be. Let's take a look.
Grammy Award winning star Burna Boy has offered a free concert to the people of Burkina Faso. A lot of people celebrated this when he first said that, and now it seems like people are split and they're not really sure if they want to support this or not. There's many reasons that they are giving, but the main criticism being, why are you distracting these people? Right now, they're in the middle of a fight. They are in the middle of a revolution. They are trying to change their situation. They don't need you to give them a free concert right now, is the first one. And the second one I've heard is that you haven't given your voice to Free Congo, you haven't given your voice to what's happening in Sudan or even your own country, Nigeria. But now, why do you want to focus on Burkina Faso? That is the other argument I've been hearing. But of course, the positive feedback he's been getting is from Africans that believe that this is a great gesture to show solidarity and unity and to show the people of Burkina Faso that he loves them. Anyways, fam, watch this clip. We'll come back and discuss.
So now they're saying that Burna Boy is trying to go to Burkina Faso to perform. Now they're saying Burna Boy is trying to go to Burkina Faso to go perform. Why? Why do you want to go perform now? See, that's the thing. The CIA right now is at work. They're trying to get their paid, high paid performers, aka I compensated slaves, to go out now and, distract the people. So now they're getting Burna Boy. Burna Boy, you've been a artist for so long. Congo been going through genocide forever. You got guys like Shaka Bars down there trying to get you guys to talk about what's going on in Congo. You feel me? And you guys won't even say free Congo. Now you want to go to Burkina Faso.
As you heard, some people are on the fence about this.
So I do feel, bro, because it seems like this is no different than, you know how certain attorneys, they have to do pro bono work. This is just marketing. Every company does this where they donate certain money, they'll do certain giveaways, but they wanted their donation to help with their branding. Right? Oh, we're going to give to this cause and we're going to support this. And they want to put as much marketing and advertisements around it to let the rest of the industry, let the rest of the world know what they're putting their efforts behind. And hopefully that's going to increase or improve the branding of how people see this particular company. To me, it does give a little bit of that. Now, Burna Boy may just be like, you know what? This is something where I respect, I look up to what they're doing over there, I want to be a part of it. And there's nothing wrong with Burna Boy expressing that interest and offering to do a free show. Dope, right? But this is where I want to come in. Hold on. I need a bigger screen for this right now. The reason why I wanted to show the video is because shout out to Wagwan, shout out to Bez in the building. I see you. The reason why I want to show this is because this is what a father does. This reminds me of what a father does. You ever been with in a situation or seen a situation where, you know, somebody, you can get offered something where it's a lot of fun and it's free and they're going to give you this, and Pop's got to step in and be like, nah, we're not doing that. We're good. We're good. And you find out because it's for reasons that we couldn't currently anticipate or we weren't thinking about in the moment. Oh yeah, Burna Boy is going to come to Burkina Faso. He's going to do a concert. He's going to do all. Yo, we're at war. We're focused. We're on point. We don't have time for that. Wait till after the season and we'll do that. Right now, we can't afford any distractions, because any distractions that will knock us off our square and knock us off our purpose of what we are currently looking to achieve. We're climbing mountains here. We're going up against something that is very difficult, and we have to stand on business. And to me, that's exactly what Captain Traore did when he turned down Burna Boy going there to perform.
First and foremost, want to give a huge shout out to everybody that continues to tap in with us, like and subscribe and join our community. If you haven't already, please make sure that you do. We look forward to engaging in some dope convo with you that can help us all elevate. So like, subscribe, and maybe even share the video if you're feeling real generous. On that note, we'll let you get back to the video. See you soon. You.
And I think Burna Boy may be a little bit delusional. Not that it's his fault, but be a little bit delusional about the impact of his music. Not that it's not super impactful. It's definitely super impactful, but the way that he may think that it's impactful, he may be a bit confused. Now, I know that Bob Marley went through different stages of his career, and that's actually why he separated from working with different people when he left Jamaica, and I believe he went to Europe and he was doing a bunch of stuff, or he went to Africa, where he, neither here nor there. But I don't know if people are hearing Burna Boy's music and getting the type of rise that they would get from a Bob Marley. When you think about like the Redemption song, Get Up, Stand, all these different, I don't think that Burna Boy's, your soundtrack is not fitting necessarily for what Burkina Faso is going through. That's just how I see it. So for this leader to understand that he's going to take certain heat from turning down one of the most popular artists in the world from doing a free concert for his country, because he understands that that's going to do a disservice ultimately and distract my people from our goal and our task. It would be short-term thinking, a short-term satisfaction for him to say, you know what, yeah, let Burna Boy come here. But then if it distracts people and changes their mindset and gets them off course, then who are they going to blame when they don't accomplish the goals that they were looking to accomplish? Instead, he said, I'll take the heat in the short term, but people will thank me in the long term. And even if they don't thank me, it doesn't matter, because I'm doing what's best for the country. He did the opposite of what most politicians do. These politicians, you see Mayor Eric Adams sitting down having hookah with shout out my boy Nims. I got to see him at Super Bowl, but you see him sitting down with all these rappers trying to act like he's Ghost from Power, all these politicians. This is one of the reasons why I bang with Trump, because Trump was always bigger than all the celebrities. He doesn't have that same type of energy where you see a lot of these politicians, in my opinion, where they're just so excited to be around their favorite artist, their favorite singer, their favorite whatever, that they become fanboys around these people and don't even understand that by you celebrating and putting these Meg the Stallions on a pedestal to be at your convention in order to hype black people up, in order to vote for you, that you're actually doing a disservice. You're actually empowering the people who push a brand and push a culture that's most destructive to the community. He wasn't willing to do that because he's standing on business, and that's what a leader should do, and that's what a father should do. But fathers, nobody wants to be a father. You wonder why nobody wants to be a father? Because you take all the heat and you get the least amount of appreciation. You take all the heat and get the least amount of appreciation. You're the one that's got to stand on business. You're the one that has to be right. You have to be right as a father 100% of the time. Everybody else can be wrong here and there, but because that ultimate decision comes down to the leader, the father has to be right all the time. Because if the father's not right all the time, that means that you're wrong. A father's wrong one time, and it could lead to things that are very detrimental to the family. Other people can make mistakes. The leader of the team is held to a higher standard. It just is what it is. So when people look at fathers and stuff, there's a reason why nobody wants to play that role. There's a reason why a lot of fathers, these current fathers, are growing up trying to be friends with their kids instead of trying to actually be fathers. Do you want to be liked? If you want to be liked, then being a father, to me, just observing it from afar as a child, I'm not a father yet. But when you look at it from afar, it's like, oh, damn. Dad take all the heat. Dad take all this. Dad the mean one. Dad always gives us the worst spankings. Dad's the disciplinarian one. Dad's the one that turns on the news. We were watching Martin on TV. Why did Dad come in and turn on the news? I don't want to hear this. No, I don't want to watch this nature show on PBS, Dad. I wanted to watch Martin and then that's what Dad does. Dad is the one that when you come to your sports games, he's talking, hey, you probably could improve here and there. Mom is just telling you, oh my God, you were amazing, baby. Not all moms. My mom wasn't like that, thank God. But that just is what it is. Shout out to Skeeg in the building, sitting in the recliners. Oh man, I'm gonna miss you obviously on this trip, Skeeg. I came down last night instead of Saturday, but yeah, let's just keep going. Did we finish the video? I don't think we finished the video. I'm over here talking y'all ears off. Hold on. Let's keep going.
But if we want to look at it from a positive side, it shows that what is happening in Burkina Faso is making people awake, aware. It's triggering something in people that they haven't felt in a long time, which is hope. They're seeing that their leader, Captain Ibrahim Traore, is making moves, and that move is supported by the people and is making change. So it makes others believe, not just Africans, but other countries, that they can change their circumstances as well if they come together. And it's empowering, it's positive, it's encouraging, although as others mentioned, it might have a negative impact of, this might put a target on the people when there's a free concert and there's thousands of people all together. And as you know, there are evil nations working hard to bring harm to Burkina Faso. Now,
isn't this what led to the destruction of Rome? And y'all saw Bez's comment. Send your location. Let us know where you're tapping in from. But shoot, what did I just say? I just lost my damn train of thought. Y'all know new thoughts come in. So let's keep going. But what did I just say? Shoot. I forgot when I lost my train of thought. Whatever. We'll
working hard to bring harm to—
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, isn't this what happened to isn't this what led to the destruction of Rome? We've talked about this plenty of times before, where entertainment was always used as a distraction. It was always used as a distraction. How can we distract the people from what's really going on behind the scenes? Captain Traore is not allowing that to happen to his people. Matter of fact, he's probably upset. Burna Boy, instead of you announcing stuff, you could have just reached out to us directly. Now you announcing stuff. Now you're creating a problem. Now I'm upset because you offered this concert. You speak to me and you offer a concert. This, you know what this reminds me of? Hold up, man. Hold up. Let me get the big. I need the big side. You know what this reminds me of? I feel like I've been in situations like this where, let's say you're a father and people start offering your kids certain things that you don't want for your kids. And you sitting there like, yo, don't offer that in front of my kid, because you know my kid, he's a child. He's gonna say yes to that he wants candy. He's gonna say yes that he wants to go to I get ice cream. He's gonna say yes to the. Don't dangle that in front of my kid, because now I gotta disappoint my kid because he's not going with the rest of the kids. He's not going to do what everybody else was doing. You ever you know you kind of get what I'm saying? It's like, bro, don't announce that for your own marketing to try to big yourself up to make it seem like you some type of freedom fighter. You are a singer, a rapper, entertainer. You stay in your lane. Don't get involved in the politics and try to announce stuff. If anything, come to us. You figure out a way. You're Burna Boy. You can figure out a way to let the people know, like, hey, just whenever you're ready, just letting you know, we got a concert. I know y'all dealing with certain things right now. Don't know if it's the right time. I don't want to announce it. I don't need any, fame from it. When it happens, it happens. Now, instead, Burna Boy jumping out the window saying, oh, I'm offering a free concert. Now it's causing division within the country, saying like, oh, half the people, they want to feed into their temptations and desires and say, oh, I just want a little bit more fun. While meanwhile, the other people may still just be on mission. So we see exactly how it serves as a distraction, even if that's not the truest intent. Let's keep going. We'll finish this one up.
To Burkina Faso. Now it's going to be an easy target, an easy place to create a distraction or target the people, right? So I understand the reservations people have about this, but I also don't want us to overlook what it means on a positive note, which is a Nigerian man, a superstar.
Oh, hold up, bro. They letting it hold up. They letting Western culture know exactly what it is. You saw that, son? Burkina Faso is not a district of the USA. Go far. I'm not mad at them. We shouldn't be getting involved in their business. Let them shoot. I'm not mad at them. When they look at the United States, when they look at a lot of other countries that have interjected themselves in politics throughout the continent of Africa, it usually doesn't go favorably for African countries. It usually is a lot more favorable and more beneficial for the other countries. Remember, we talked about relationships being mutually beneficial. The relationships that Africa gets into, the African nations get into with other countries, seems to be a lot more beneficial for those other countries. Meanwhile, a lot of them are putting Africa in a position, or Africa's allowing themselves to be put in a position where their country's drained at the expense of, or I should say that other countries are making a whole lot of money at the expense of draining African countries from either their power, their resources, natural resources, across the board. Let's keep going.
A Nigerian man, a superstar, feeling moved to give this free concert. Otherwise, he would have asked for millions of dollars to be.
Whatever. Y'all get the point. Y'all get the point. Let me move this out the way. I think we're going to bring Dr. Umar to the table. Bring Dr. Umar. I'm going to plug my phone in the charger. Let me make sure that I got y'all on the right time. Dr. Umar. All right. Let's so Dr. Umar had some comments about the Caitlin Clark Angel Reese situation.
Ew, it's Dak. Just want to thank you for checking out our video and visiting the OG Network. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure that you give us a like. And if you're looking to join a community of inspired individuals striving for purposeful abundance, subscribe. And if you're feeling real generous, share the video with some friends and family. All right, I'll see y'all soon. Ew.